Me and my husband have high-risk conditions, and my son does too. I knew the dangers of getting COVID and having complications were much higher than other populations. And if anything would happen to my husband or I, who would take care of my son, who would take care of my daughter? My son, he has a known form of dwarfism. So he is 16 years old, but only about 85 pounds. So he is smaller than a typical male. And my main concern for him was, would the vaccine dose be correct for him having such a small stature? And I went to the Little People of America website, and they actually had a statement on the vaccines, and they had thought that the vaccine was safe, to have a talk with your doctor, but they felt that the vaccine was generally safe.
I am an essential worker because I work at a grocery store, and I decided to just be safe of getting the vaccine because I wanted to be my body don't want to get that crazy virus we had going on. I just want to protect myself.
First and foremost was to protect my own health, but also I have aging family members, grandparents that are both in their 80s and 90s. I found out that both my father and grandmother had cancer. So I know that they were both going to have treatment done. And if I wanted to be able to be around my family, I needed to, put my fears aside and get vaccinated so that I could spend what time I can with them.
Last year was just down in the dumps. It was boring. It was really depressing. And I realized that I wanted to have more of a life. I want to be able to see more outside. I want to go places. I want to go shopping. I want to go out there. I want to go on vacation. So yeah, and they put it up. They told me, "Well, come on," and I took it
because I knew it would make Alan safe. Debbie, my twin sister, and Roger, my husband, Alan's father, we all knew that it was safe and that we needed to take it because we didn't want to get sick. And we sure didn't want Alan to get sick, because to try to explain to him being sick, he just doesn't understand it. And God forbid if he was to get sick enough to have to go to the hospital, the only time he's been in the hospital, he has to be sedated because he doesn't understand it. He has to be sedated to do an IV or anything like that.
My mom's a nurse, so she was like, you're high risk, you need to get this. So she kind of gave me the extra, push to be like, hey, if you don't get this, we can't get you out. So
the reason why I wanted to get the vaccine is because I'm working, since I work at a hotel and I'm around everybody.
It was a constant discussion here at our house. And here again, I'm wearing the hat as a parent. And I strongly felt that it was up to me to be the good role model. Personally, I mean, the first thought that comes to mind because of my age is basically to up the odds to save my life. Because people in my age group are the ones who are dying at a higher rate. So, I think the older you are, when you do weigh out your odds, it was like, yes, vaccine is the way to go. And after reading and hearing and talking to both my personal doctor and another infection doctor, they both overwhelmingly said it should be done.